One question, and the journey begins. The journey of finding your true self. The moment that question hits you, you start asking more questions. Why do I hide parts of my personality? Why do I copy successful people? Why do I need approval just to live? The question is, who am I? Everybody tells you to be real, but today you will understand the pain of becoming yourself and why not everyone can achieve it. Most people think identity is discovered, but in reality, a huge part of it is adapted. You become different versions of yourself to avoid rejection, fit in, gain approval. Sometimes you become quieter, funnier, tougher, not because it's your true self, but because it protects you. And when you try to become yourself, it feels dangerous, like you are betraying yourself. You are betraying the identity that once protected you. Letting go of those versions feels like losing protection, losing everything. So your brain increases resistance, not because it gets confused, but because it is losing its guard. And this is where things get deeper. When you start becoming yourself, you begin noticing parts of your life you were completely unaware of. You suddenly get hit with realizations. Maybe your environment is wrong. Maybe your relationships don't fit you anymore. Sometimes you realize you were just dragging a relationship for years, and those realizations hurt. At that moment, you have two choices: stay comfortable but disconnected, or change your life and face uncertainty. That's why most people avoid authenticity, because comfort feels safer, even when they know it is slowly destroying them. Now comes the main thing most people never want to face: their buried emotions. Motivation, productivity, or distractions won't help you avoid buried emotions. Many people stay disconnected from themselves because they don't want to face what's inside them. The moment you stop distracting yourself, you start noticing sadness, anger, regret, loneliness, and your brain starts screaming, "Go back to comfort. This is dangerous." That's why most people can't sit quietly for even a few minutes. They avoid silence because silence reconnects them to themselves, and that hurts. And once they reconnect, they start noticing truths most people are scared to face. Sometimes the hardest thing isn't improving yourself, it's becoming yourself. Everybody tells you to be yourself, but nobody talks about the pain behind it or how to deal with it. Next time, stop asking, "Who am I?" Start asking, "What feels real?" Identity is not built through thinking. It's built through actions, preferences, honesty, emotional reactions. Notice what drains you. Notice where you are performing instead of living naturally. Then slowly remove fake behaviors. You cannot become a new person overnight. Remove one thing you only do for approval, then another. That's how you rebuild your connection with yourself. And start spending time alone. No phone, no television, no constant stimulation. Cut off distractions. Hear your thoughts. Think. Ask yourself questions. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but slowly, you get used to it. That's how you reconnect with yourself properly. Becoming yourself is painful because the false versions of you were protecting you. But eventually, performing becomes more exhausting than honesty. And that's where real self-growth begins.